Um, I'm honored to be able to share my story with everybody. So, um, when I had my oldest, I was 16 years old, and I pushed through to graduate high school. After that, I had gone on to start college, and when I started college, I had gone through a lot of trying to be a mom and a student at the same time then, and it was just a lot of really trying to kick life as a single mom then. And at that time, I decided I'm just going to be a mom. So I had dropped out of college. And at that time, then again, I was just giving up on everything. I figured God just wanted me to just settle for whatever I could. So I had gone off to work and I was just taking care of my son at that time. And when I had met my husband, then we started, taking care of our family and going on from there. And I never really put thought into going back to school because I figured, all right, that opportunity was gone at that time. So my husband was taking care of the family. I was taking care of us financially, and I was taking care of the family. So basically, we were just settling for whatever we had. Well, we'll push forward a little bit, and I was diagnosed with lupus. So my husband was basically at that time taking care of everything because I had not only given up on the family, but I gave up on myself because to me, there was no cure for lupus. So I figured I'm just going to give in and I'm just going to let whatever happens to me happen. And I wasn't even fighting for myself. So a friend of mine from church had actually come to me and said, what are you doing? You have to start to live for yourself because you're not giving any justice to your own life by just giving up. So with that, I said, God has a path for me. And if I'm not doing anything for myself, then what do I have to give to anybody, including my family? So I started to go back, and I had gone back to school for medical assisting. And the doctors had finally had given me this thing called a spinal cord stimulator, which makes it so that I could better adjust my body with the pain that I'm going through. So with that, they managed to take care of medication and everything. So I actually continued my health care as well as go through my education. So I get my medical assisting. Well, I was originally going to go for my LPN. So I go to school to get my LPN, and the doctor says to me, well, you can't because you have the spinal cord stimulator. The insurance won't cover you. So again, I had another roadblock thrown at me. So I had to give it up again. I said, forget it. It just isn't meant for me to happen. So then at that time we were living in Cincinnati. So we moved here, and I had met a woman, she was not a girl, a woman named Elizabeth Bradley at that time. She was currently a scholar for Answer, and she was telling me about all the, great opportunities and the lessons that she had learned through Answer. And I said, well, let me try to see, what I'm going to do. So at that time was when I had started to go to Montreat College, and I was pursuing my education that way. And I was just trying to figure out what I was doing with myself. And I really wasn't having enough strength in myself to continue to move forward. And she's like, well, come on, come and apply. So I had applied. She didn't really tell me about being in front of this board with these women that are now going to judge me. So I sat there, and I think I actually probably shook in my boots more than I ever have in my entire life while they're asking me all these questions about my application, my transcript, and everything. You ladies all know. So I finally get through that, and I'm like, I failed. I ain't getting this scholarship. They're not going to help me. Lo and behold, I got the scholarship. I said, okay, well, let's see what Answer's going to give for me. And then when I found out that they give us a mentor, I'm like, I'm 40 years old. What is a mentor going to do for me? I says, okay, well, we'll take this further. Well, once I finally found out that the mentor was actually a friend that was going to walk this path with me was when I had my heart attack. That was about a year and a half ago. My mentor, Miss Janet, has become my best friend. She has been there for me every time I feel like I'm going to give up. She's there with the words. She's there with the spirit to really give me that extra guidance. And she shows me that I have the strength inside, and she reminds me of the path that I really wanted to go. And not only did Answer give me a best friend of a mentor, and all of the other women, Stacy, oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional, sorry. Between Stacy and Jenny and Martha and Joanne and Miss Susan, you guys have all supported me, and so many others that I haven't even had a chance to name, but you guys have personally been there for me. And then when it came time to graduate and the COVID canceling my graduation and changing all of that, I was like, how am I ever going to get through this? And then trying to support my son through his, it's just, that end right there was when all of everybody from Answer really was there to say to me, keep going, you've got it. And all of my friends in Answer was really there for me and my son to get us through. So when you feel like you've got nothing there, Answer is not a scholarship. Answer is that extra family. And for me, I love everybody at Answer. And I'm going to stay behind this organization that I love. I've been here for 2 years. I'm not going anywhere. And I am going to make sure that I help you guys take Answer to the fullest that I can help you guys. So I thank you guys for listening to my story. And I hope to help anybody else that might need anything. Just give me a call. I'm a graduate, and I had my first interview yesterday with this awesome organization that Miss Joanne helped me to get everything settled for. I have my second interview tomorrow. I am praying that this one here, because I feel so much more secure with things now. I hope that everything goes good with this. So if anybody needs anything, give me a holler.